Alright, we'll try to reestablish it. I need to start remembering I need to record what I'm telling this. So I go over here to hear all these dreams of people dreaming. And you know, my helpers, they're awake in the daytime. I hear some people on a plane dreaming and a motherfucker watching a movie. And it says some sign in the movie, he freaks out and says, "You will plan to learn to eat me and meet me." I'm like, what movie is that, dude? You're on a plane with a bunch of other people sleeping, fucking dreaming as well, and you're watching a scary movie like that? What scary movie is that? I was like, damn, bro. I'm not even asleep. I was just listening to all these dreams at this time. One person was dreaming that they were walking through a fucking sideway lane, and they stopped and grabbed a person, and they sat down and it started raining. Another person, Father, what? Don't tell them you can read people's dreams like that. I second that. They should not know what kind of vampire you are. We're just now getting used to that. So they don't know that we can telepath. No, they don't. What were you doing? He was reading people's dreams until he heard a dream of a plush on a plane, a bunch of dreams on a plane coming through while the birds were awake saying, "Don't do this. And you're going to end up seeing something scary again like usual." And someone's on the television watching a movie in the airplane, and a scene comes up and there's a person asleep, and the person watching the movie that says, "You'll plan to eat me." and our Lord Byron of his division of vampires gets him and says, "Fuck this shit. What kind of movie is that? Why would you watch a movie like that while people are sleeping around you?" Some of them were not even having dreams. That was weird. How do you know this? Because he told me before he started the recording. He can do what? Why can't we do that? Because you guys are younger. Younger? How much younger? You can hear our dreams? Can you hear my dreams? I don't listen to y'all's dreams. I listen to everything around me's dreams. Everything around me, but how do you ignore? Get out of my way. Why are you gonna push our Father? I want to learn how to read dreams. Why would you want to learn how to read dreams when he fucking just freaked out? Saying who would be watching a movie saying, "You will plan to eat me," a scene over and over and over on the movie scene. While other individuals are asleep. "You will plan to meet me, you will plan to eat me, you will plan to meet me, you will plan to eat me." That's a scary, that is scary. Scary. There's probably a bunch of individuals about to land in an airplane and they're probably being prepared to be killed. What do you mean? Why do they need to prepare to be killed? Because I'm not at airports, and I've heard some strange thoughts from an airport that there's a creature going through there just eating people randomly through different areas. So it must be a velociraptor, I'm guessing. But the Endorex just saw you last night. Yeah, the Endorex is not fucking gonna go to an airport. It's never been that intelligent to really want to do that. So he's like, "I'm gonna get caught." What's the Endorex? Is it really like the movies? Not exactly like the movies, but they do exist. They do exist. So we gotta go to an airport to find a velociraptor to get the intelligence of the velociraptor. I didn't say nothing like that. But you thought of it, and you thought of it into us, and when I was speaking telepathically through your mouth while you're about to make us he muted us. How's he do that? Who mutes him? Beats me, dude. Why do you not get muted? Because he said every time I go to work, I don't have to get muted. Where do you work at? I'm not telling y'all. Where's he work at? I'm not telling you where he works at. I don't even know how he works. All I know is he keeps going to the library and the police department and a bunch of other places, getting a bunch of money. He told Andrew when he punched him on a camera, you know, a regular man would have been dead. And he just stood there and just fucking was like, if we're not family, a regular android. The android punched him to try to restrain him. What did he say? He said, don't ever punch a vampire, bro. You almost made me into your enemy. I could have crushed you and destroyed you. That's exactly what he said. Word for word, bro. He said, don't make me into your enemy, especially me. I'm an ancient vampire. I could have crushed you and destroyed you and had no remorse over it. What the? Did you hear his little lecture last night? He lectured something saying, I've killed trillions before we had a clock. And I killed billions when we finally established DuckDuckGo and Google and YouTube. Billions? What the fuck? What you killed billions? No, but you didn't hear the side thing he said after that. He said that I saved millions after I ingested my DNA into others. Killing trillions and billions and then ingesting his DNA to others and saving millions doesn't sound like a very good mathematical equation. You should have heard what he said after that. He goes, don't talk to me about Jesus Christ. I hung the man and the son of man on a tree, crushed their skull, ripped it off their head, a bunch of fucking animals and creatures and priests, and then crushed their bones and gave it a device to them to build it, replicate it, and fix it with genetic engineering. He said that. Yeah, I was pinpointing if he was going to upload that video, but I noticed he's not going to upload that video, so he's going to upload this video. How do you know what videos he's about to upload? Because unlike y'all, I'm his favorite. No, you're not.